Hey, welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into something every guy has probably thought about at least once. First impressions. Specifically, how to approach a woman in those first crucial moments. It's tricky, right? Everyone seems to have their own theory on what works, but today we're going to talk about different strategies that might just give you the edge. Whether it's humor, sincerity, or something a bit more daring, we've got you covered. 1. The funny opener. Alright, let's kick things off with humor. Probably one of the most popular approaches. You've heard it before. Make her laugh and you're halfway there. But here's the thing. Humor can be risky. If you try to say something funny and it isn't funny, well, you might just come off like a dork. And let's be honest, no one wants to be that guy. If you're naturally funny, this is a great option. But remember, it's all about execution. The opener has to actually be funny. If it flops, you risk starting off on the wrong foot. And if she doesn't get the joke, hey, maybe she's the dork, right? But seriously, if humor isn't your strong suit, don't force it. It's better to be yourself than to awkwardly stumble through a joke that doesn't land. 2. Sincerity. Next up, sincerity. Now, sincerity can be a solid approach if done right. It might not have the same punch as humor, but being genuine can go a long way. Say what's on your mind, be real, but also keep it cool. Don't let it get too sappy. That's where you can lose the moment. If you're sincere and consistent, it just might work out. Just be sure you're being yourself. Authenticity is key, but don't come off as boring or overly polite either. There's a fine balance here. 3. The raw nerve approach. Now here's where things get interesting. The raw nerve approach. This one's a bit more controversial, but for some, it works like magic. The idea here is to hit a nerve. Make a remark that's a little bit bold, maybe even mildly provocative. Something that gets her riled up or challenges her in some way. Why would you want to do that? Well, psychology tells us that strong emotions, even irritation, can sometimes be misinterpreted as attraction. If you manage to get her blood pumping, even for a second, she might remember you for that rush of emotion and confuse it with something else down the line. Of course, this is risky. You don't want to come across as a jerk or overly aggressive. You're aiming for confident and playful, not offensive. Think of it like administering a playful jab, something that makes her think, wait, who is this guy? The dynamics of the opener. Let's talk about the meta mechanics of the opening line. There's a lot more happening under the surface of a good opener than just the words you choose. A successful approach does two things. First, it invites a response that's more than just yes or no. You want her to engage. Second, it reveals something positive about you. Here's a pro tip. Don't just focus on that first line. Sure, it's important, but the conversation after the opener is where the magic happens. If you don't have anything to say after she says hello, it's going to be an awkward silence real quick. It's also important to gauge the environment. The more casual and low pressure the setting, the more you can play around with being aggressive. For example, in a supermarket, you could be a bit bolder, but in a packed subway car, yeah, maybe tone it down unless you've got the most brilliant line ever, creating a sense of connection. A great opener often implies that there's something special about the two of you. Like, what are two good-looking people like us doing in a place like this? It's cheeky, and it instantly creates a sense of connection between the two of you. You're essentially separating yourselves from the crowd, like you're in on some secret together. If you can manage to make her feel like it's you two against the world, even just for that moment, you're in a good spot. It's a fun and playful way to get the conversation flowing and see where things go. So whether you're going for humor, sincerity, or something a bit bolder, the key to a great first impression is confidence in being yourself. Don't try too hard to be someone you're not, and always keep the conversation light and fun. Thanks for tuning in, and if you've got any funny or memorable first-line stories, drop them in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Catch you in the next one.